Greetings yogis, David here today. We're going to be taking you through a yoga flow experience today. So parts of this can be made to be quite fast, but we really just want to focus on that flowing movement so that we keep moving. Physical aspects of this mean that we should be getting our heart rates up and our breath rate up to give ourselves that challenging workout feel. Mind you, if you want to use this as a kind of a cool down experience, you can do that as well. You would just skip poses, slow it down, whatever you like. This workout is going to be around the 20 minutes, or this class is going to be around 20 minutes. If you want a longer yoga experience, I would push pause now and find another video to queue up after it. You could queue up one of the longer stretching videos on YouTube or wherever you watch my videos through to have that longer class. So if you're going to hit that pause button, do so now. We're going to go in child's pose. That's where we will all meet. From your child's pose, you just want to be really quite heavy here and just focus on the breath. So just easy breathing. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, you can do that. That's the breath of victory. So we breathe in and out through the nose with a constriction about the throat. So we can kind of activate the glottis muscle there, so it sounds like a soft snore. If you have an intention for your practice, now is a good time to visit that. My intention as a teacher is to keep us moving and feeling confident, feeling good, even as we test our bodies and our minds, testing our physical, mental, and mental concentration. A couple more breaths here. And then coming forward onto all fours. Let's bring it in, knees under hips, wrists under elbows, under shoulders. Turn the elbows to point back. My middle fingers run parallel to the outsides of the mat. And I inhale, I push the chest forward. Exhale. From this basic cow and cat, you can feel free to move as you like. Shift the weight. Please feel free to explore your own body here. Maybe you kind of tilt the chin or turn the head. It's another chance to really check in with yourself. The child's pose was more of a mental check-in. I suppose this cat and cow sequence is definitely more of a physical check-in. Whatever kind of checking in you're doing, feel free to give yourself another couple of breaths and then we'll get to downward facing dog. One, so hands a little bit more forward, tuck the toes, push back and walk in place. And then any movements here too, definitely swaying the hips. You'll be coming forward and back a bit. I love this because it really helps me to stretch my calves, and out of all of my body, I feel that my calves are the thing that is at least has the perception of being tight or short. Definitely feels that way. Now let's find stillness for a couple of breaths. So when you're lifting your sit bones, softening so you can tilt them up, then maybe you try and push the heels further away, and we breathe. Coming into Ragdoll, so I just bend my knees and I'm walking forward. Keep my hands on the mat until I get close. And then cupping opposite elbows. Maybe you sway, maybe you swing the arms, maybe you stay still. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings especially, and also in calves. You might feel it in your lower back as well. All these things get stretched in a forward fold. Last two breaths. And relax. Roll yourself up. I always take this time to walk up my legs. Coming to the front of your space, close the eyes down. Activate your Tadasana in mountain pose by pushing through the four corners of the feet and activating the muscles all along your skeleton. So you can start at your feet and just feel how kind of you push the toes into the mat, muscles work, shins turning in, knees pressing out, and just let those contractions kind of come on up. At the end, you should feel comfortably swaddled by your muscles. Take a couple breaths to create that swaddling. And then keep it as you circle up, come down to the middle. We'll do this 3 times. Up, down to the middle. Last one, up, down through the middle, and pause. Refresh your intention to move, to feel confident in your body, to enjoy the experience. That should definitely be a part of your intention, and it's a great default intention if you never know what to think about at this point. Like me, I just think about being present at this moment. Peeling the eyes open, inhale, reach up, a little back bend if you wish. Keep the arms in front of the chin, soften the knees, and then lead with your heart. Exhale, slowly float it down. You just kind of cascade down. At the end, make sure that you lengthen the back of your neck. Hands to shins, number 7 shaped body. So that's a pushing of the chest, a tucking of the chin, and probably a shift back into the heels for this Vadakanasana half lift. One more breath. As you exhale, hands down, step back to your high plank and hold. Knees or toes, so you decide where you're at with this one, but I lift a lot, push my chest forward a lot, and then I'm coming down on the next exhale, suspending at elbow depth. I do this in every class. You probably know that by now. And hold, right? Butt could be a little high, or keep it low. One more breath. Exhale, come down, flatten the feet. Big toes are together, and I push into the mat. I hope you can see them almost wrinkling up the mat as I lift. Baby cobra. And back to downward facing. Bend the knees to look forward, and we get a little quicker. Step right, step left. Half lift, creating that number 7. Forward fold, exhaling. Inhaling, reach, rise. Dive down. Half lift. Back and down. Step hop, whatever you do. Upward facing dog with thighs up if you can. Or stay with cobra. Downward facing. Bend your knees, right foot steps forward. Come into high lunge. Exhale, sink. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, hand to floor. Exhale, Cleopatra. That's just a turn, 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 turn. And reach. Inhale, start to lift. Exhale, warrior 2, so you can circle that on. Circle. Deep bend in your right leg. Left toes turn inwards. Warrior 2. Then we sway a little bit. So up to the reverse warrior, and then willow it through. 1. Here's number 2. Here's number 3. And we come down, go through your flow. That can be up if you need. And up and back to the left side. So bend as if to pounce. Round and step. High lunge. Hands. And the twist. It's a little wobbly on this side for me. Into Cleopatra. Inhale. Exhale. Then up to warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. So you can always stop to check, right? No one's here with you. You can stop and check to see that your alignment's good so that you learn bit by bit. You don't just have to stay with the flow. Quick reverse. And the willow 1. 2. And 3. And we take it through. Up and back. So let's do that one more time. Step or hop in. Half lift. Fold. Reach. Diving. Extending. back and down, up, back, right lunge. Use your hand if you need to. The twist. Hand to ground. Cleopatra, pivoting over the heel. Warrior 2. Vadakanasana 2. Willowing. Once. Twice. And thrice. Now this time, we come into floating half moon. So lift, try not to touch the floor, lift up, up, up. Once you get up, yes, you can use the wall for a little support. Straighten that leg and try and reach, turning your chest to your left. And yes, some days, as you can see, just a little bit more wobbly. Let's hold this for 3 more breaths. Reach through everything. Then we land and go through the flow. Well done. I know that you were wobbling like me. I hope I wasn't the only one at least. Other side, so left leg, bend and look, high. Twist. Cleo. 2. Willowing. Last ones. Then we go into the quiet of floating half moon. You ready? Get set. Now let's do it. Up and over. Whew. Shake, shake, shake. Yeah. Keep turning the chest. Strong leg here. Find that lovely balance. And then attempt to lose it. Touching down. Woo. And go through the flow. And back. Bend to step or hop. You go through it one more time. Fold. Rise. And back bend again. Diving down. Half lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Uvamukha Svanas. Right foot for the lunge. The twist. Cleo. 2. Willowing. 3. 2. 1. Floating half moon. Hold. That jump into floating half moon is tough, isn't it? And some days you nail it, and today it's not necessarily my day. But I'm holding for 2 more breaths. And come on through. Left side right away. Lunge. Twisting. On the nylon Cleopatra. Up. Wheel up. I love this sequence. And last one. And then that floating half moon. We got it? Oh, I hope so. Might walk my foot back a bit, a little closer to the wall. Up. I think when I'm facing you, I do this a little bit better. And away. Strong lift, strong turn. Holding. Reaching, believing. Last breath in. Let's go for the exhale. Back. Now hop or step forward and have a seat. Hop, seat, and I'm coming onto my back. Bridge pose. Heels are close to butt. Palms press. Roll up. Feel free to clasp hands, clasp ankles, or stay as you are. Only about 5 breaths. After my 5, I untuck and I roll down. Now I'm coming up into Navasana, into boat. So if you can come up into that just quick, feel free. Otherwise, use hands to hamstrings to help you roll up, straighten your back so you're looking kind of up and away, and then lift 1 and 2. Try to find that tabletop. It's easy to sink into your back here, so use your arms a little bit just to get the hang of scooping the belly in to lift you. And if you want to go further, you go further. We will be here again, fear not. Pull everything in. 2, 1, come back down slowly, up into bridge again, or a different back bend of your choice. I'm going to do the wheel, the full wheel, but if you don't know that, I would urge you to stay in bridge. If you haven't had a one-on-one teaching of how to get into a wheel, please stay in bridge. So bridge here. If you're doing the wheel, you should know how to do it. And then we come back down into boat pose, into Navasana again. So we lift. See if you can come up and see if you can lift way away from your body. Squeeze everything in so quads are working. Feel free to even use your shins to pull everything in. Here, 3, pull the belly in tight, squeeze the chest, 2, and 1. Let's have 2 breaths here. And come up to seated. I'm going to actually roll up to seated, but you can have your knees in and rock. So just rolling on up for me. And then I'm going to Vadakanasana. Soles of the feet together. You can kind of shift it bit to bit, side to side. Bit to bit, not the best choice of words. Cheek to cheek would be better. A little flutter. And then either stay here or fold with me. 2 ways to fold. Take your hands back and try and lift your chest and press the chest forward, trying to keep a straight back. So you're avoiding that kind of sinking into yourself. And that's a different feel, right? And then for me, I like to also round the spine, so I pull the belly in, take hands to toes, and I use a bit of arm and kind of back strength to pull me into it. But my face stays soft, right? No gurning. Take the legs together, do a little windscreen wipe. Side to side. We've got some more stretches coming up. I take my feet wide. You make sure you're comfortable. Either, maybe something extra under your sit bones, or maybe you can take your feet wider into like the full splits. I want you to feel controlled, that the legs are always in focus so they never fall out of focus. So toes are pointing up and back and the feet are flexed. Untuck the butt. Take a big breath in with arms wide, and we go into a C shape towards your right. Now, after you go to the C shape, it's normal to turn your chest down to your arm. Think about rotating the chest away from the arm. So the real specific stretch I'm looking for here, beyond the hamstring stretch and the groin stretch, is a stretch through the lower back and the side of the body. Some of those deep muscles that help us, funnily enough, side bend. So keep rotating that up and go where you wish to go. Feeling that stretch. If it gets to be too much, the arm can come down, even in front of you, as long as you keep turning the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, make believe pull up, and then to the other side. Again, just like before, feet stay active, legs stay active, and we turn the chest forward, or the armpit up to the ceiling, same thing. Inhale, hand up, exhale, pull up. And now we're going into a twist. So twist is in 2 stages here. My first stage of the twist is turning towards the leg and doing that single fold. Right? So whenever you go into your fold, you go into a fold as you like, and then lift the chest a little bit, draw the shoulders down, and see where you can take the stretch with a soft face. So we're taking ego out of the equation, just trying to feel muscle stretching, like that pleasurable feel of the stretch. Not saying it's effortless, but it should be pleasurable. And then either stay here or go deeper into your twist by taking your right hand behind and your left hand towards the outside of anywhere on your leg or towards your foot, and the twist. Let's keep the left leg active here, pulling the toes back. And play with turning your chest a bit. Inhale up, whoa, exhale. Find that kind of, that feeling of the twist beginning down the right side, normally from like armpit towards hip. Can't forget my right leg, right? Correct? Here? Too many uses of the word right in that, but you get the idea. Feel free to make adjustments. Deepening the twist, so left hand behind, right hand on the outside. You kind of coax yourself into that twist, a gentle wringing of the body. Slowly coming up. Pivot to one side so you can see. We'll do a single tabletop, bent legs or straight legs, or a combination of both. We're up for 5 breaths. So hands have fingers towards feet or towards the sides of the room. Back muscles always active here. So we feel like before we lift up, we kind of lift up. And then you get to lift up big. To rest. So onto your back, do a quick supine twist either side. I'm doing just the basic supine twist. You could do any other. Take your knees towards your left, hopping your butt around so your pelvis stays underneath your rib cage. 3 breaths. Change sides, just in your way, a languid way. And then coming into Shavasana. So I'm going to go into normal corpse pose today, the actual Shavasana, but you could be in any restorative pose you like. You could also, if you're having a longer yoga workout, you could go ahead and skip to the next video. It's completely up to you. I'm going to lead us through just 10 breaths here, so full body breathing. You are not obliged to count 10. I'll be counting them just quietly to myself. Allow the belly to inflate. Chest expand, pushing up into your shirt. If you wish to go into a longer relaxation, I would just stay as you are. But if you want to be brought out of your relaxation, and come with me, I start by breathing high into my chest, and I let gentle movements come in, wiggle of fingers and toes, nose, smile about the lips. And then I let my body just kind of take over. Start bending through elbows and knees, etc. Just whatever happens. Feel free to roll to one side, take a couple of breaths before you push up. Or just come with me. I like to just cross my ankles, lift my head, and this rolling up is quite low effort. Sit comfortably. Allow the eyes to close, and maybe you do other little movements like I'm doing here, just kind of moving through my body, the neck, shoulders. And maybe you bring hands to your lap or the inner aspect of your knees, maybe even the center of your chest. A little incline of the head, whatever kind of pose you're striking. And give yourself some thanks for taking the time to move your body today. Hopefully you got a little bit of everything. A little physical exertion, and a little bit of the pleasure of stretching. Peel open the eyes. As always, thank you for joining me here. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope this has added a little bit of extra goodness to your day at whatever stage you're at. And I will see you next time. Namaste. I honor all that we share. You and I and I. See you next time.